Hi, I'm Tony Fleming. Welcome to Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, just pulled the hanging tag off of this car. This is one of those cars that's kind of a time capsule. It's a 37,933 original documented miles, all original paint. We really call it mostly original paint because it appears to all be original. I'm going to walk around today and meter the paint electronically. Could there be some touch-up somewhere? I don't want to, say that I wouldn't know that that happened over the last 30 or 40 years. But as we look around the car, the decals are all factory original. The seats are all original. The paint appears to be all original. So let's take a walk around and look at this spectacular piece of history. These cars were kind of cool. On top of being cool, they were very expensive for their time. They're very close to the price of a Corvette. They come so well equipped. For instance, like power windows and power locks, removable T-tops, the great wheels, the full graphics, special lit gauges, things like that. What I like to do for a minute is I like to walk around and meter the paint. This is an electronic paint meter that we use. What it does is measures the thickness of the paint. And these cars can range anywhere from, say, right around 3.0 to, say, 4.5 millimeters thick. If it had a fender or some other panel painted and replaced, the number would be significantly higher because it would be painted by hand and it wouldn't match the other thickness of the fenders. And on top of it, really, they couldn't really match that kind of thickness of the paint if they did it by hand. So let's take a walk around and we'll see. So we're showing 3.0 here, 3.0 right there. And you walk around like this is really a cool piece. I mean, look at this, like the tape stripes are in incredible shape. One of the interesting things is this has been a Maryland car since the day it was born. We're in Maryland also, and it's never left the area. And it's just, on top of it, the documentation of this car, 2-inch thick folder of receipts, invoices, build sheets, original owner history, and the second owner also. 2.5, so we're good. 2.5, so we're good. There's like 4.5, so we were talking about that kind of the same thing. Anyway, as we walk around, and I say to you, like, it seems to be all original paint. Everywhere I meter, it seems to be the right number. 3.0 here, 3.0 here, 2.5. I see a couple little blemishes here, but other than that, I mean, you really, really have to be on this car looking very hard to see anything with it. Just a cool piece of history. It's got the original 30-year-old decals on it, the correct wheels. It's got the original exhaust on it, original glass. It's all date coded. Let's take a peek inside and you'll see some of what you get. Keep in mind too that these cars came with a WS6 handling package. Most people think that's just 4-wheel disc brakes. Yes, this car has 4-wheel disc brakes, but it has a complete handling package that came with the car with front and rear spoilers, front and rear sway bars, upgraded shocks, and things like that. Check out this too. This is a turbo boost gauge. Really a cool feature. And this is a turbocharged V8. This is not a V6. This is a turbocharged V8 as fast as a 6.6 liter engine. So these respond to modifications really nicely. Check out this. We're talking about 30-year-old carpeting. The original red lit gauges, including the red lit radio, specific only for the 10th anniversary Trans Am and this Trans Am also. The turbo lights, you can turn them on. You can actually even dim them if you want, if they're too bright at night. So you can turn them off, on, or bright. Full gauges. So you got a 6-grand tack. The clock over here, I wish Justin come check this out real quick. The clock even works in this car, man. No clocks ever work. The finish on the machine turn dash is in excellent shape. It's got the original lighter in it still. Showing 37,945 miles. The last owner put 886 miles on it. And the condition is great. Air conditioning, tilt wheel, cruise control, removable T-tops, this awesome hobnail cloth interior with leather, and just in really, really great shape. Let's take a peek in the trunk for a minute and see what that looks like. This is pretty cool. Jarman, Pontiac, and Baltimore, Maryland, right here. Original decals, the way it rolled off the assembly line. This is nice, man. Check this stuff out because this is really cool. Here's the original spare tire, still with the little nubs on it. Never been on the ground. Inflator bottle still in it. Original jack. This car came, obviously not from the factory with car cover, but this car does. The original T-top bags, still in the car with the GM insignia on them. Original factory stickers. This car is not restored. And you know how you know it's not restored? Because the truth of the matter is, a restorer wouldn't do this. See this? This is a little bit ugly. There's really nothing wrong with it. It's just that's the way they put seam sealer on these cars back then. Keep in mind they were selling 150,000 Trans Ams a year. You know, they're selling 400,000 or 500,000 cars a year. So I think that's why you know, you have Lexus and whatever that you do today. But this is just a nice original piece. Truth of the matter is, I've driven this car. It's solid. It's tight. It handles really well. The brakes are awesome. And when the turbo spools up, it rolls on down the road, and you'd be very surprised. And some people are a little hard on these cars as a V8 turbo, but they have plenty of power. And the great thing about it is they respond to modifications really nicely. If you choose to boost the power a little bit, it's an easy thing to do. Everything under the hood of this car is stock, even the turbocharger, but the turbocharger has been rebuilt. So I don't know if that concerns you or not. It shouldn't, that it's been done, but it looks a little cleaner and nicer than everything else. Let's take a peek under here and we'll check it out a little bit. I mean, we're talking about a step back in time. You know, 30-year-old stickers, people talk about it. We have the documentation and the proof to show how cool this car is. Like when you go to a car show, you used to tell people, listen man, don't lean on my car because this is 30-year-old original GM paint. Original factory stickers. These are not reproductions. This is really cool, little warranty tag here. Original that. That's the turbo I was telling you about. Still has a factory GM blue paint on it. Original air conditioning compressor. This is right here. Hose is original. They reproduced it now, but it's more in plastic than anything else. Hood insulation's great. Check out this. That's a turbocharger heat shield. Nice turbo right there. Awesome, awesome piece. It's funny when they're original and things like that. Starting them, driving them, they just feel different than when they're restored. They seem to run and drive a little better, but let's go ahead and start this up and you can hear it sounds nice, starts up nice, and just a very nice car. Like everything just works, everything. Boost lights there for the turbo, nice. We walk around this car and I get excited and I kind of talk about all the originality of the car. The one thing we didn't get to show you is we have the original owner's manual. We have the original warranty books, the tire warranty manuals. It even has the Indy 500 patch that came from the factory with these cars in the owner's packet. We have the original documentation, the purchase documentation. We have the build sheet. We have the PHS documentation, which we ordered for the car also to make sure that this car was authentically a real turbo Trans Am. And you know, this was the last run of the performance right here, and I think that you'll find that anytime you get a car with very low mileage, keep in mind this car's been driven 1,200 miles a year. 1,200 miles a year, which is unheard of because typically we drive 15,000 miles a year. That's why it's cool to find a time capsule like this. We're Fleming's Ultimate Garage. We're super proud to present this turbo Trans Am. Call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it.